video, I'll be explaining the scale degree names. So tonic means that it's the first degree in a scale. So for example, for C major, C is the tonic. For D major, D is the tonic. For G major, G is the tonic. B flat major, B flat is the tonic. It's always the first note in the scale. Supertonic is the second degree in a scale. For example, C major, the second note in the scale is D. So supertonic is D for C major. For G major, for example, the second note in the scale is A. So A is the supertonic for G major. Same for median. Median is the third note in a scale. So for C major, that would be E. Subdominant, fourth note in a scale. Dominant, fifth note in a scale. Submedian, sixth note in a scale. Seventh note, this one is a little trickier because it can either be the leading tone or the subtonic. And I'll explain this. Leading tone, it's in major key, it's always called the leading tone, no matter what. But in a minor key, the leading tone is the raised seventh. Subtonic is the unraised seventh degree in a minor key. And I should add minor key. So the leading tone is the raised seventh in a minor key, and subtonic is the unraised seventh in a minor key. And for major key, it will always be the leading tone. It's just for minor key, it could either be leading tone or subtonic. And this illustrate it a little better. So here we have A major, A minor. This is harmonic form. And then we have A minor melodic form. So for harmonic form, notice how the seventh note is raised with an accidental. It's raised, it used to be a G, but now it's a G sharp. And we do that by adding the accidental sharp. We add a sharp as an accidental. And then for melodic form, on our way up, again, we raise G to a G sharp. So that becomes the leading tone. However, as we come down, we lower the seventh. So this seventh, it's unraised because it's just a G natural, right? It's the unraised seventh, so that's called the subtonic. And the reason why in major key, the seventh is always the leading tone is because it's automatically raised by the key signature. So notice how the leading tone in minor key are G sharp, right? Well, in major key, the G sharp is already in the key signature. So this G, without even having to put an accidental, it's already a G sharp. So that's why in major key, the seventh is always called the leading tone. Okay, and the next one says, name the major key and scale degree name for each of the following. So, for major key, to find the key, for sharp, we look at the last sharp, that's A sharp, and we raise it by a half step to find the major key. So, A sharp, A sharp is over here. If we raise that by a half step, we get B, so this is B major. And so that means for B major, B is the first note. So if B is the first note, what's G? What scale degree is G? Let's count. So B is 1, C is 2, D is 3, E is 4, F is 5, G is 6. So G is the 6th degree in B major. So the 6th degree, if we recall from the last page, the 6th degree is called the submediant. So the scale degree is going to be called submediant. Next, to find the key for flats, we look at the second last flat. So second last flat is A flat, so this is going to be A flat major. So scale degree, so A flat is the first note in scale. So if A flat is the first note, A, B, C, C is the 3rd degree in the scale. And 3rd degree is called the mediant. Okay, let's look at this page. This page, instead of finding the major key, we're finding the minor key. So that means first we have to find the major key for this set of key signature, and then we find its relative minor, and the relative minor is going to be our key. So let's do that. So to find the major key, first we look at the last sharp, and we raise the last sharp by a half step. So the last sharp is E sharp. So here we have E, and then E sharp. So the last sharp is E sharp. If we raise that by a half step, we have F sharp. So F sharp is our key. So this is F sharp major. Sorry, I shouldn't write this here. I'll write it on the side because we're trying to find the minor key. F sharp major. And now, because we're finding the minor key, we have to find the relative minor for F sharp major. So let's find the relative minor. From major to minor, we go 4 half steps down. So F sharp, we go 4 half steps down. So F sharp is 1, F is 2, E is 3, and then D sharp is 4. So we land on D sharp. That means the relative minor of F sharp major is D sharp minor. Okay, now we look at the scale degree. So if D is the first note, so D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C is our 7th degree. Notice how the 7th degree is raised because it's got a double sharp on it, right? So it used to just be a C sharp because of the key signature, but an accidental has been added on it to raise it by a half step. So recall how in minor key, the 7th degree can either be the leading tone or it can be subtonic. So leading tone, think leading, like higher. So leading tone is the raised version, subtonic is the unraised version. So this is clearly the raised version because a double sharp has been added on it. So this is called the leading tone. Let's do another one. We can do, let's do the next one. So the next one, again, we're finding the minor key, but we have to find the major key first and then find its relative minor. So for flats, the second last flat is our key signature. So the second last flat is B flat. So this is B flat major. So here we have B flat. And again, from relative major to relative minor, we go 4 half steps down. So B flat is 1, A is 2, A flat is 3, we land on G. So G is 4. So the relative minor of B flat major is G minor. Now, let's find the scale degree. So if G is the first degree, what degree is F? Again, let's count. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F. F is the 7th degree. Okay, let's go back to this lovely diagram here. Again, the 7th degree can either be the leading tone or the subtonic. The subtonic is unraised, while the leading tone is raised. Now, we have an F here, but there's no accidental on it. There is no accidental to raise this note. So this is going to be a subtonic because it's not raised. If this have a sharp on it, that would make it a leading tone, but it doesn't. So this is subtonic. Okay.